ideal reborn. An idea can never die. It merely awaits the right time to be reborn. Yes, like I said, we are terminating our cooperation. Connection will no longer do any business with the Orlog conglomerate. Lydia puts the phone down. She's lost count of how many calls it's been today. 2 days have passed since the incident. The silence of Port Mika has been making the rounds on the internet and has become the subject of heated discussions. The town has been engulfed by a wave of excitement. Everyone is eager to share details, rumors, and feedback online as people who were actually there. In contrast to them, Lydia has chosen to remain silent. She doesn't have the free time for such things. She still has countless messes to clean up. Yet another call comes in. Hello, have you finished tallying the losses up yet? Right, just send me the final amount. Just do your job and don't worry about the rest. Connection will be better off without the conglomerate. Oh yes, did our new partner reply yet? I'm talking about that tomato emperor! Tomato emperor. Yes, the one who's been the talk of the yellow zone lately. Of course, I know she's dangerous, but you should also know that I've never shied away from danger. Suddenly, there is a disturbance from outside her study. Soon, a servant worriedly pushes the door open. Madam, there's an intruder. Lydia doesn't even look at him and waves him away. Don't worry about it, just go back to your work. What? Despite his confusion, the servant leaves as he is told. Lydia leans back into her chair. You know, the front door exists for a reason. I'm not used to it. Basti nimbly clambers through the curtains and into the room. Pardon me for not getting up. Besides, you'll just take whatever you want anyway. Yep, already did. Today's dessert kind of sucked. The canelas were overbaked. Our previous chef is laid up in the hospital, so we had to use an intern. Please understand. Oh yes, since you are here, help me run an errand. Lydia pulls a stack of documents out of a drawer as she says this. Could you hand these contracts to what she called, your commander? I was looking through her file. I did not expect the Yellow Zone to be hiding such an interesting gem for the past 10 years. What the hell? Don't you dare lay your grubby paws on the commander. Relax, I'm a businesswoman. At least for now. My interest in her is strictly professional. This is an honest contract, by the way. It should score you lots of points with her. You see, I'm not that heartless, Basti. I know who it was that helped me. You do? Of course I do. It was those two dolls from the Elmo. They didn't know me, but they were working hard to save Port Mika. Meanwhile, all you and Zoe know how to do is cause problems for me. In short, I owe the commander, and I hate owing people. What you're saying isn't exactly wrong. But strictly speaking, all this was your own damn fault. If you hadn't been so heartless and approached the conglomerate to do business with them, then... Are you saying you would have just stolen the airborne beacons instead and turned the bugs into wanted fugitives? That's such an ugly way to place it. I prefer a great revolution to overthrow a corrupt ruler. That was what your commander did in Mokosh. What you did was just breaking the law. Doing something like bringing down connection isn't necessarily a heroic upheaval. Sometimes that's the sort of thing that ends up enriching other corporations instead. The world of adults is never simple, Basti. But that's not to say kids are always wrong. Lydia's tone shifts, surprising Basti with its gentleness. The latter turns to look at her. Does saying such things means you're still in touch with your inner child? It just made me think of my good-for-nothing big sister. While I'll never become her, being like her from time to time, that isn't so bad. After all, I don't want to become a rotten adult. Lydia remembers Carl, that detestable young man. She remembers how she saw hints of her past self in him. He used any and all means to achieve his victory, but in the end, his desires were thwarted. I see. I only realized that just now too, so that's why you never deleted her access. Lydia's eye twitches. Della's access? I just couldn't be bothered to delete it. Removing an admin account is a huge pain in the ass. So why did you give Zoe access then? Same answer as the previous question. Because I am an adult. When adults cannot handle their problems, they dump them on their kids and say, hey, it's your era now. You really are a rotten adult after all. I just think that unlike me, someone's definitely going to save Zoe. keep people around me with money and contracts, but Della was different. She had lots of friends ever since she was a kid. Sure, some of them just wanted to use her kindness, but there were also others who were drawn to her kindness. True friends, in other words. Zoe's like her. She's an annoying little brat for sure, but she can win the hearts of people and dolls. Relationships like that can better survive crisis. This is why I came to visit you. Della left a will behind. I did not want to give it to you at first, but after things turned out like they did, I changed my mind. As she says this, an audio file arrives in Lydia's inbox. That's a stone off my chest. I think this is the last time we'll be meeting. I'll be leaving Port Nika after this. That's good to hear. I should congratulate you. Any more scores you want to settle? If you got anything to say, make it quick. If you don't speak up now, you might have to forever hold your peace. Actually, now that you mention it, there is one more thing. I was supposed to have 12 aerial beacons in the air, but one of them hasn't gone online for a long time. Do you know anything about it? Nope, not at all. Never seen it, don't know anything about it, didn't pay attention to it. Fine, anyway, just help me tell Zoe. I'm not helping. Tell her to keep it at a higher altitude. Make sure she memorizes the operation manual, and do not lose it. There are over 120 patented technologies on it which haven't been made public yet. If it breaks, do not fix it on your own, and absolutely do not let the conglomerate get it. Oh, I see. Sure, no problem. I will let her know. Basti takes Lydia's contracts and leaves her mansion. This time she goes through the front door. Inside her study, Lydia stares hard at the audio file on her screen. She spaces out for a very long time. In the end, she hits the play key. A nostalgic voice fills the room, taking her back to a long, long time ago. She's talked and laughed with the owner of that voice before. She's poured out her feelings to that person, but for the most part, they just argued. It seems like they never really understood each other, just like how Lydia still doesn't understand if there was any meaning to Della's death. Did it end up bringing someone salvation? I hope that when I die, it's quick and without fanfare. I don't want people to be sad for me. I don't want people to end up being judged because of me. Lydia always said I was an idealist, and I am. That's hardly a big deal. The sun will rise tomorrow. It will always continue to do so. And I already know that idealists will eventually die, but their ideals never will. How did it go? Did she reply? Are you okay, big sis? Did you pick the right frequency? Are the parameters correct? Shut up, I'm working. Okay, we're through. A transmission channel lights up as everyone watches intently. Hello, I am the commander of the Elmo. Alright, we did it. It's really her, the legendary hero, the legendary commander, the woman with the biggest bounty of them all. Just what exactly have you all heard about me? Big Sis Basti told us about your heroic deeds. And we have seen the recent news too. Alright, quiet down all of you. It's time to talk business. Commander, we're the Black Utopia Gang, or Bugs for short, a team of about a dozen people. We're good at data security manipulation. Right now, we have control permissions over an airborne beacon. We're preparing to use it to build a powerful intelligence network. I have already compiled what the bugs can do into a demonstration document. We've just sent it over. Are we qualified to help you? Can we follow you and work with you? All the kids hold their breath. These few seconds will forever be engraved into their memories. Finally, the commander speaks again. I have read the document. The bugs are definitely a very capable organization. Your intelligence network is very comprehensive, and the demonstration document clearly shows that you are geniuses when it comes to networks and communications. However, I must apologize. For safety reasons, I cannot work with you. What? Oh no, are we going to have to spend the rest of our lives turning screws in an electronics plant? Hehe. Basti and Fainin told us you'd be like that. You really are a tricky and stubborn person. I'm not looking down on you. I simply have my convictions. After this incident, you should already understand, right? The world isn't neatly divided into black and white. Being a so-called hero isn't easy. I understand. In that case, I'm officially declaring that the bugs will be disbanding today. What? Big sis, why? I also want to officially announce the founding of the Bugs Information Network Atelier. Since we are a small startup and nobody experience, Our prices will be very competitive. Would you happen to be interested in engaging our services? May I see the specific terms and conditions? Of course. Also, due to the dangerous nature of your work, I may send someone over to Port Mika to meet with you and conduct necessary audits. Will that be alright? We'll prepare ourselves for it. Very well. Now then, Miss Zoe Sabo. I'm looking forward to working with you. May we both benefit from this partnership. Are we enlisting child labor? Yay! We did it! We did it! No more screws for us. The bugs hug each other and celebrate. The beautiful picture Basti spent so many years painting in their hearts is now a reality. After hearing this, Phelan slowly emerges from behind the kids. It's just a few steps, but it feels like a long way to her. Master, GRG 41, it must have been hard for you all this time. I tried my best. While I didn't know about freedom or anything at first, I know that the only place I wanted to be has always been by your side. Pixie's Phelan. But after I left you, some things changed. I met Basti and Della and Zoe and the others. I have experienced things I never did when I was in Griffin and when I was with you. So I'm sure I've changed. I might not be as capable as Basti, but I tried. So can I return to your side again, Master? But if that's what you want, I have no reason to refuse. Welcome back, GRG-41, or rather Phelan. I'll be waiting for you on the Elmo. You did it, Big Sis! It's all settled now. The bugs celebrate in their little room. They toss Zoe up and down happily. Phelan standing off to the side, but she feels a little lonely. After all, Basti's not with her. So are you two really not coming back yet? Nope. We can't just return empty-handed. The Supreme Leader will think we're useless. We fought hard to disable all those dolls. Why did they take their frames away? Doesn't that mean we wasted our time? It cannot be helped. Those frames are evidence for the conflict between Connection and the conglomerate after all. While you two did cause quite a bit of a mess, things turned out very well in the end. If you come back now, Ulrich will give you a light punishment. It will only be a week of slinging fertilizer on the tomato plots. Then I'm definitely not going back. Oh dear, so what do you intend to do next? Where will you get doll frames from? Go on, strategist, tell her. Wait, you want me to do it? Alright then, actually we saw a fake job on a trading website. The client is sending a shipment from Port Nika to a distant client. The client is offering barter terms. Once the assignment is finished, the client will pay us in doll frames. You got that from a trading website? That doesn't sound reliable at all. So where will you be getting the trade goods from? We talked about it with Lydia. She's got some electronic scrap on her hands that meets the client's requirements. Since we helped save Port Nika, she was willing to give it to us dirt cheap. What about transportation? Will you be riding a vehicle there? Oh yeah, we need a vehicle. Don't worry, we've got connections in Port Nika. Are they talking about Sakura? Phelan is bending over as she packs her luggage. As she thinks about how she will be returning to the Elmo and the commander's side, her heart fills with excitement. It's something she hasn't felt in a long time. They are the pure emotions of a girl, as though her limitations as a tactical doll didn't exist. They are similar to how she was 10 years ago, but not entirely the same. This is the first time Phelan's felt this way. It's a bittersweet blend of longing and regret that's been brewing for the past decade. The truth is, the only thing separating her from the commander is around 500 kilometers of distance. Her luggage and her other things are not important. There's only one thing she wants to take with her. There it is. She withdraws from under her spotless bed, sits down on the floor, and holds up the only treasure she's ever possessed. It is a Griffin officer's beret from 10 years ago, bearing the scent of the person she and Basti swore to follow. Wait, so who has the outfit? It cannot be from Dandela, no. Yeah, that's kinda odd actually. It was a gift from the commander, although she probably didn't think of it that way. Phelan had insisted on owning something that belonged to the commander, and that little wish had been granted. After the commander left and Griffin was restructured, Phelan was granted the privilege that would be unthinkable for a doll. The only thing she took from Griffin was this beret. Master, I'm coming to see you now. Phelan lovingly nuzzles the beret and carefully snips it. She imagines the real commander's warmth and loses herself in a peace and happiness she hasn't felt in 10 years. However, in this moment of blissful serenity, a doubt quietly stirs in her heart. Basti, is it really okay for me to go back like this? The scene from the last time she saw her best buddy flashes through her mind. Perfume check, handkerchief check, darling your soft and sweet smelling GR Mark 23, Basti is coming. And stop it, you're making me blush. Oh my god. Bus, what's the matter, Phelan? Not going to prepare yourself? I'm not like you, I don't even know if Master wants me back. Oh, Basti went first. She went back first. I didn't manage to accomplish anything over the past decade. Who says you didn't? You protected Del's legacy until now, and you also protected Zoe, and I'll always say this once, so listen up, okay? I couldn't have held out this long without you. Apart from Darling, you're the only person that I will acknowledge, the only friend I can be with. So puff up that flat chest of yours. Puff up that flat chest of yours and hold up your head up with pride. Wow. Sure, my chest is flat, but my frame's still stronger. Yeah, tell her! Flat is just yours, by the way. But is it okay? Can I return to Master's side? Can I really help Master as I am now? I cannot answer that question for you. But the fact that you're worrying about things like this is a sign that you have grown, Phelan. I have grown. Phelan closes her eyes. What appears in her mind is a secret. It's a secret that Basti seems to know as well, but one that she's never once asked about. Just what is Della's legacy anyway? At first, Phelan thought that after returning to the commander's side, she could share this secret with the only person she trusted and admired, but is that really the right thing to do? I talked with Lydia and she said the world of adults is complicated. Sometimes the world needs kids, like Zoe or Della. Who knows, Darling might be a kid too. Master isn't a kid? Well, if you ask me, there's nothing wrong with kids. I hate that Darling and I were separated. I'm still holding a grudge with the powers that be over it. I want to cry and wipe away all the years without Darling by my side. But at the same time, I don't want to trade the decades worth of my memories for a chance to go back to the past. It's weird, right? As dolls, the shape of our neural clouds was decided from the moment we were made. That's why 10 years ago, I thought my love for Darling would never change. But after so much time has passed and after hearing Darling's voice again, I suddenly realized something. I'm so hopelessly in love with her. In fact, I love her even more than I did before. Basti walks up to Phelan and gently squeezes her hand. Her fingers are cold but they tremble slightly. They convey a warmth that can only be felt in with the soul. My dearest friend, I can support you in anything you want to do. I can share anything with you, apart from Darling's love. If you meet an enemy, I'll fight by your side anytime. But the gift I received from Darling, this realization that fills me with hate and love, that is mine and mine alone. Nobody else can understand it, not even myself from back then. I couldn't tell you the answer, even if I wanted to. It would be pointless. It's the same for you too, right? The freedom that Darling gave us isn't meaningless. Thanks to her gift, we are not the dolls we used to be anymore. The next morning, Phelan is walking alone on the street. She spent all night thinking, but she couldn't come up with an answer. Why do I feel like I shouldn't go back to Master yet? Just what is this feeling that's coiled around her heart? Doesn't she want to jump into Master's embrace so she can pat her head? Also, she's confident that even if she and Basti pounce on the commander simultaneously, she could muscle her out and monopolize the commander's hugs. Is it because I cannot let go of Zoe and the bugs? Zoe's already taken a step forward. Will she and her Aunt Lydia reconcile because of their shared feelings over Della? Although Zoe would probably cry her eyes out if she left, it doesn't mean they'll never see each other again. It doesn't look like the bugs need her that much right now either. Or am I afraid of losing to Basti? In the past, Basti would always step forward with ideas at times like this. Perhaps she's come to rely too much on Basti. Basti is always very reliable during emergencies, and she's always coming up with ideas. That's why Phelan became something like Basti's tag-along. Phelan wants to accomplish something. She wants to do something she can flaunt with pride in front of Basti. Perhaps that's the right direction to choose, but it doesn't seem entirely correct either. Phelan knows that her doubts don't come from any one person, or even from the way the commander treats her. They come from inside her. It's strange. What is this feeling anyway? As she thinks this, she suddenly sees a huge cargo truck coming right for her. Careful, there's someone up ahead. I'm looking for the brakes. Calm down, take your time. Here it is. Come now, step by step. Zoe? Big sis Phelan, duck! Duck! The truck surges toward Phelan. The latter is still distracted, pondering why Zoe is driving a truck in the first place and almost ends up getting squashed. In her moment of danger, her unconscious reflexes kick in. They nimbly take her out of the truck's way as it skids several meters from the uncontrolled braking. After that, Phelan's face turns grim as she heads over to the door and pulls it open. We meet again, oh Comrade Phelan. What the heck are you guys doing? We were just commissioned to perform a delivery assignment, and we were carrying it out. At first, we were worried about where to get the vehicle from, but fortunately, Zoe said she could lend us this truck. What a good girl she is. Phelan recognizes this as a truck that the conglomerate henchman used to kidnap Zoe back then. She must have helped herself to it and brought it home after the uprising. That's not the important thing though. So, why is Zoe driving? We don't know how to drive vehicles like this. Actually, we don't know how to drive, period. But Nixie says she can pilot bipedal combat walkers. So that means Zoe knows how to drive cargo trucks. She doesn't even have a license. I've got 200 hours in Y-Zone Truck Simulator. And you had to look for the brake pedal even after all that? No, wait. More importantly, doesn't anyone think there's a problem with having a minor behind the wheel? The interior of the cab is dead silent. However, someone is yelling where Phelan can't hear. I did it! I told you there would be a problem. We could have been killed. Paitusa, let me out! In any case, it's too dangerous for Zoe. I will handle it. Phelan removes Zoe from the driver's seat and climbs in. At last, she's found what she needs to do. Zoe, stay at home and give me directions. I can do that, sure, but since when did you get the license? Pixie's Phelan. I have 500 hours logged in Y-Zone Truck Simulator. So you're more qualified. What do you mean more qualified? Shut up. Phelan steps on the gas and everyone is flung into their seats from the acceleration. The truck sways from side to side as it careens down the road. It doesn't seem much more stable than before. So, does that mean you're coming with us? Is this a mission from Master? By Master, do you mean the Commander? Of course. We're all working hard for the Commander's ideals. Don't you want to stay by Master's side? Hell no! Shut the fuck up, Sweeper! She's lying. She's totally into it. Hero's little secret. I miss Helen and the Commander every day. So why are you guys going so far away from her? So that's what you wanted to ask, huh? Well, I don't really get it myself. It's more of a feeling than anything. I just want to help the Commander more. I mean, after everything that's happened recently, the heroes realize just how powerless she is. She wants to get stronger so she can protect more of her friends. And I guess it's because the Commander is going to keep running into stronger enemies. When the time comes, the hero needs a confidence that she can protect her. Therefore, she's got to contemplate more quests and level up. Phelan stares blankly at Dushevene. The latter meets her gaze confidently. Neither of them hear Paitus and Sweepers screaming, "The road! Watch the road!" in the background. That's it. That's her answer. Yep, Master's enemies are going to be really strong. So I've got to become stronger too. I guess that's the answer that belongs to me, the one Basti was talking about. Yes, that's all well and good, but can you please step on the brakes already? I've been stepping on them since just now. Oh wait, I guess not. Is it too late to get off the truck at this point? Commander, save me! I'm actually heroes qualified for the rider class. Maybe I should take over. Commander, come look. You got a whole bunch of messages on your terminal. It's over 3,000. It's over 3,000! There's 3,753 total. This is a bit much. Whoa, they're all audio files. Commander, were you wiretapping secret military channels or something? No, it's nothing that serious. Mailing, send them over to my earpiece and play them in sequence. Are you sure, Commander? Their total playtime is over 500 hours. Your ears will fall off. It's alright, I'll take my time listening to them. Oh yeah, if she doesn't listen to it, she will be dead. Soon a cheery and optimistic voice speaks through my earpiece. Ding dong, darling, this is the first message I'm leaving for you. I figured it out. As long as I can speak to you every day, it will be like you're still with me. I spend the whole day with Basti speaking into my ear. Sometimes she talks about Barry's silly encounters, which brings a smile to my face. Other times there's nothing coherent in them, just weird yelling, animal calls, or mechanical noises. I spend all day listening to them as though to make up for the time spent not keeping her company. I listen to it as I work, as I eat, and as I shower. An entire day passes and I've gone through several years of worth of messages. As I listen to her emotions shifting through the course of the messages, my heart aches for her waning optimism. I'm so immersed in the life she describes that Mei Ling has to shout several times before I hear her. Commander, Sakura's returned. Calm down so we can welcome her back. Oh, right, Sakura. I quickly remove my earpiece, tidy myself up a little, and then stand by Mei Ling's side. The door opens and Sakura emerges shyly, just like she did several days ago. Commander, I finally managed to get all my work done. At last. At last, I get to see you. A nimble silhouette darts out from behind Sakura and startles everyone. Commander, look out. Eh? Where did that come from? Was it from my truck? I can't make out the face. All I feel is something soft and warm throwing itself into my arms and clinging tightly to me. My skin heats up rapidly as my body recognizes her before my brain can catch up. It's like hearing an echo. Two identical voices are embracing me, past and present. It grows more and more realistic until it becomes a misty haze around my ears. This is message number 3754. Please allow me to whisper it directly to you. GG! Needy Catgirl Overload. Not gonna lie, that was actually a cool story. And they were actually able to tie in Feilin and Sakura also. And also, they gave Paitusa and Dushebune, they gave Paitusa more screen time. And then Dushebune is like the Jutaragonist of the story. So I quite like the story. This is a cool one. Thank you, Girls192.